bells. Yes.
Chase has been doing really well ringing the bell to go out to potty here at my house. But when you get him home, to help with that transition of him going from doing this at my house to your house, you're going to need to take one step backwards. So what that's going to look like is every time you take him out to potty, you're going to cue him bells.
Yes.
As soon as he rings the bell, you'll say yes, and then open the door and take him out to potty. We want to make sure that there's kind of an immediate reaction of he rang the bells, we go out to potty, so he's making that connection still, and then you'll cue him to go potty.
Chase, go potty.
You will continue to do this until you feel like he's pretty consistently ringing the bells when asked to go out. The next step is simply going to be going to the door, pausing, and wait for him to ring the bell, then take him out. Do that again until you start to notice him ringing the bells on his own outside of you standing by the door to take him out to potty. That's going to let you know that he's made that transition. He's made the connection that what he's been doing here at my house, he can now do at your house.
Yes, good boy. Nice job. Yes, good boy. Let's go. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Let's go potty.
Touch is a nose boob to the palm of our hand. We can use this as a way to redirect our dog away from something, or just to simply get them warmed up and ready to work with us.
Yes, good boy. Nice job.
For sitting down, the thing you're going to want to watch with Chase is his wiggliness. So as you saw there, as I start to reach down to give him the treat, he'll start to try to pop up or jump up for the treat. If he does that, you want to just kind of pull your hand back, wait for him to sit his butt back down, and then go again. We want to teach him that we want that butt kind of glued to the ground and him to be still. Same with down. The other thing you're seeing me doing is repeating the treat, and that's to help encourage him to stay. Wait means stop and don't go any further. So when we say wait, we're drawing an imaginary line and telling him he can not go any further. He can sit down, stand, walk around even, as long as he doesn't cross that line. So what I'm doing here on the stairs, I've asked him to wait. I drew that line, and then I'm rewarding him for staying behind that line until he hears the word free. Free means that he is released and he is free to cross that line. This is a great cue to use on stairs so you're not tripping over him, or even at the front door so he's not trying to dart out the front door. So you're going to cue wait, step out the door, come back in, shut it, then reward. I like to practice this anytime I have a package at the front door so that I can just build it into our daily routine so he understands that darting out the door is not an option.
Yes, good boy. Nice job, Chase.
Leave it means back away from the thing you were headed towards. So here I'm just dropping some large treats and then telling him to leave it. And as soon as he backs away, I'm going to mark yes and reward him.
Nice job.
Chase loved to play with this chaser tug toy, and it was a great way to practice drop it. So we'd play tug for a while, and then I'd ask him to drop it. As soon as he did, yes, and then I'm going to reward him by tossing a couple treats on the ground, and then repeat. The big thing with this is you just want to make sure you play a lot in between so he doesn't get bored of this game and stop wanting to drop it because you're not letting him actually play tug in between. If a leave it or drop it happen in real time when you don't have a treat on you, you're simply going to do what we call a praise party to the treats. So praise him, and get him a treat.
Chase.
For come when called, you're going to say, Chase, come. Yes. And then as soon as he turns and looks at you, you're going to mark yes. And then start praising him all the way to you and then reward with a treat once he gets to you. You can practice this in areas like fenced-in backyards or other fenced-in areas, or on a long leash at the park, or in larger green spaces or in the front yard even, so that you're building up his ability to do it around all kinds of distractions.
Yes. Yes, good boy. Nice job, buddy.
Place means go there and stay there, and ideally lay down until he hears his release word, which is free, just like it was for wait. So I'm going to cue him place. You see I'm kind of pausing. I'm waiting for him to lay down, and then I'm going to mark yes and reward him. When I reward, I'm going to put this treat onto the bed so that he understands all the rewards come to him on the bed, not to get up and try to take them from me. And then you're just going to simply walk around, building on distance, duration in between treats, as well as some small distractions. And you're going to periodically come back, reward him, and then do it again. But you don't have to say place again.
Yes.
That reward is just a good job, keep it up. So you don't have to keep repeating it. But you can see if he gets up, you're going to simply send him back. Don't reward right away.
Yes.
Pause and then reward. If he doesn't get up all the way, but he kind of stands up like he did right before then, you're just going to simply stop moving, pause, and he knows that that means he's kind of made a mistake. He's gotten too wiggly. Wait for him to sit and lay back down and then continue on with what you're doing. You can practice this in two ways. One is through formal training sessions like I'm doing here, where you are just building on duration and distance and really just practicing and honing in on this skill. The other way to practice this is in real life context. So this could be during dinner time, when a guest is at the door, times like that. And you're just going to need to know that when you're practicing in those real times, if they're more exciting times, you're going to have to kind of bump up how often you reward, even if your reward is pretty spaced out when you're doing your formal training. So he's pretty used to doing this at dinner time. This is a routine we've been doing his whole 2 weeks here with me. And he kind of knows the drill. And basically what you'll do is pull the bed up next to the table, and then periodically while you're eating, you're just going to simply reward him. If he gets off the bed, you can send him right back, just like we did with the formal training sessions, and then continue to periodically reward him if he stays on the bed. The more you do this, you'll build up that this is just kind of the routine, and he'll start to know that when it's dinner time, his job is to go onto his bed. He has figured that out here, and when he sees us getting ready to sit down at the table and prepping dinner, he goes ahead and runs and waits on his bed. For leash walking, the main thing we're working on is what we call rewarding good choices. So that is when he's walking nicely next to us or even a little in front but has that nice loose leash. We're going to mark yes and reward him at our side. It's really important that we reward with the hand closest to him so that we're teaching him all the good stuff happens right next to us. If you start reaching across your body with the hand opposite from him, what you will have is a dog that meets you kind of in front and is tripping you a lot. So you want to make sure you're using the hand closest to him and that you're also dropping it straight down at your side. Even if he's a little in front, when you mark yes, you want him to come back to you at your side. Again, it's all about making being close to you and being at your side more rewarding than anything else.
Good job.
So periodically throughout your walk, you're just going to be rewarding those good choices. Like I said, those can be walking next to you. They can be walking a little in front but on a loose leash. Even offering you attention, especially when there's some kind of distraction or stimulus in the area. When he looks at you, yes, and then reward that at your side. You're going to continue to do this, but over time, slowly space out how often those treats come and how often you have to reward those good choices until you get to a point where you don't have to be rewarding all of those things at all. You can do this on your right or left side. Just make sure that you're being consistent, that whichever side you want him on during that time, you're keeping him to that side and you're rewarding with that hand that is closest to him. If he starts to cross too far in front or behind you, just grab that leash, hold on to it, and then encourage him back using a lot of praise and cheerleading, kind of encouraging him back into the side you want him to, and then continue walking and be prepared to start rewarding those good choices almost right away once he starts walking.
Yes. Good boy.
That's a wrap on Chase's training.